This is Abe Friedtanzer from Awards Radar, and I'm thrilled to be speaking with Ian Harding about his role on the show Long, Slow Exhale. How are you today, Ian?
Doing great. How you doing?
Good, good. Can you tell me what appealed to you about this show and this role?
I mean, I love there was a bunch about it that I really loved. I had worked with both Rose and Josh before, and so that was obviously exciting. And then obviously Pam and Anton were somebody that I wanted to work with, but also I just loved the sort of the arc of this character. I mean, and the sort of the real conflict that it's a very messy character, which is something that I was very interested in. And also, we were very lucky that we got most of the episodes up front. Like where in a lot of times with TV, you get 2, 3 episodes out, and then they kind of write them as they go. Whereas like I got to see the arc of this guy, and so it was something that I was really interested to jump into.
Of course, and due to the nature of his character, I'm sure that he is somebody who a lot of people will find reminiscent of other people from the news or from their own lives. How do you feel
Yeah.
about that?
Yeah, I think it's painful to see or to really admit that, like, as I was playing him and as we were shooting, and I would be reminded of somebody that I knew, or or you call into question behavior that I think in many ways, even 10 years ago, was just considered like, yeah, normal, like that's what guys do. But now it's like, oh no, actually this is predatory and inappropriate and wrong. And so it was a real sort of, I think, a cathartic experience for me as well. But yeah, no, it was a tough one to play in that sense, because your eyes are open to a lot of the behavior of people that you know. So yeah, that was painful.
Did you try to model your character on anybody you had seen or someone who's famous, something like
I
that?
had, I think uh, my sort of thought process with Eddie is that you have to look at him in some way like a tragic character. You can't look at him in any way like, he isn't a villain. He isn't the antagonist in this. He makes some really horrible decisions. But I just wanted to make sure that I played him as honest as humanly possible. And so I think the painful thing was just there wasn't anybody that I really had in mind. I think I just kind of played him as thoroughly as I would be, maybe in these, as I would act in these situations. And there was a very, how do I say this? The veil was very thin between him and I. Sometimes you get a character that's like over the top, and you get to like play and add all these things to him. But this was painfully real for me.
And you mentioned before the idea of getting all the episodes sort of at once. And of course, the show, the way it's airing, is going to be 3 episodes at a time, as opposed to other shows that you've been on in the past. How do you feel about viewers getting sort of triple dose at a time?
Oh, I think it's great. It's a nice thing of where, obviously being a person in the streaming age, sometimes where you just do like the whole like quick binge. I think it can sometimes start to maybe hurt the viewing experience a little bit. For me, when I've done like, 10 hours, especially during the pandemic, obviously, like when I would do these huge marathons of watching TV, you didn't really remember, you weren't affected as much. And so I like the idea that it's coming in these chunks. And it's, you really have to wait, because that was what, growing up, that's what I did. The thing aired on Thursday night at 8 or something, and then you had to wait till next Thursday, or if they did one of those annoying, like, it's a holiday, we're taking a break. I was furious at that. But yeah.
Thank you so much, Ian, for speaking with me today, and best of luck in the future.
Thank you, Abe.